In this class, you will learn how to prepare your upcoming week, which day you can anticipate big move, and how to do top-down analysis to make your trade high probability setup. A bread and butter approach to do top-down analysis. So step one is always check your economic calendar first. Okay, how exactly do we use the economic calendar? Your economic calendar is a roadmap. Okay, guys, make sure you check your economic calendar before the week open. Okay, because your economic calendar is going to be your roadmap. In order to have a high probability expansion day, red folder news is required. Okay, so read this point and make sure you're taking notes. Okay, in order to have a high probability expansion day, red folder news is required. If there is no red folder news, means that day will be less volatility. Okay, so जिस दिन भी red folder news रहेगा, okay, if we have high impact news, that day is going to be high probability expansion day. That day will be your high probability setup will form most of the time. Okay, not always, but most of the time you will see your high probability setup and high probability move come when there is red folder day basically. Okay, and you will see most of the time if there is no red folder, there will be very less volatility. So we're going to use forexfactory.com. Okay, and यहाँ पे मैं मार्च 25 से मार्च 29 तक का इम्पैक्ट देख रहा हूँ, कौन से दिन कितने बजे हाई इम्पैक्ट न्यूज़ आने वाला था। ओके, सम हु माइट बी थिंकिंग कि सिर्फ मेरे को यूएसडी यहाँ पे क्यों दिखा रहा, बाकी करेंसी क्यों नहीं दिखा रहा, क्योंकि मैं वो सब टर्न ऑफ रखा हूँ। सो इफ यू सिंपली गो टू हियर ऑन फिल्टर सेक्शन, यू विल क्लिक हियर, एक पॉपअप होगा, एक सेक्शन, आप वहाँ पे सब कुछ अनटिक कर देना, जितने भी करेंसीज हैं, यूरो जेपीवाई सब अनटिक कर देना, सिर्फ यूएसडी रखना। इफ़ यू ट्रेड ओनली USD pairs, or if you trade indices, then you can only look for USD pairs. But if you trade Euro JPY, so you have to look Euro JPY में कब high impact news है. Okay, but personally I like to trade only Euro USD, GPUSD and indices. Okay, so for me I only need USD. Okay, and एक सेक्शन होगा जहाँ पे आपको येलो फोल्डर, ऑरेंज फोल्डर, रेड फोल्डर, ग्रे फोल्डर दिखाएगा। तो सिर्फ मैं रेड फोल्डर एंड ग्रे फोल्डर रखता हूँ ताकि मेरे को पता चले कि किस दिन हाई इम्पैक्ट न्यूज़ आने वाला है। ओके, सो यू कैन सी फ्रॉम मार्च 25 टू मार्च 29 मेरे पास ये डेट है। ओके, ऑन लेफ्ट हैंड साइड यू कैन सी मंडे टू फ्राइडे, एंड यू कैन सी ऑन मंडे वी डोंट हैव एनी हाई इम्पैक्ट न्यूज़ ऑन यूएसडी। सो दैट डे आई कैन एंटिसिपेट कि अगर इस दिन कोई हाई इम्पैक्ट न्यूज़ नहीं है, कोई रेड फोल्डर न्यूज़ नहीं है, तो उस दिन मार्केट स्लो होगा, कंसोलिडेट होगा, या फिर हाई प्रोबेबिलिटी सेटअप फॉर्म नहीं करेगा। ओके, सो आई कैन इग्नोर मंडे। ओके, आई विल नॉट लुक फॉर एनी सेटअप ऑन मंडे। ट्यूसडे you can see we have this 7:30 p.m. USD CB consumer confidence news. Okay, so I can look for trade on Tuesday. Wednesday, you can see we don't have any high impact news, so again we can ignore trading Wednesday, because we can anticipate कि Wednesday is going to be a less probability setup. Okay, Thursday you can see we have bunch of high impact news, so we can look for trade on Thursday, and Friday also we have red folder news, so we can look for trade on Friday as well. So what you learn here, you learn here basically, if we don't have any high impact news, we can ignore that day, we can ignore that trading day, and the day when we have high impact news, we can look for the setup that day basically. Okay, so this is my weekly plan. Okay, so that's how basically I do my weekly plan. I go to Forex Factory and I look for next week trading period from, let's say, March 25th to March 29. And if I see we don't have any high impact news on Monday, so I know I have to ignore Monday trading day. If we don't have high impact news on Wednesday, I have to ignore Wednesday also, and only Tuesday, Thursday and Friday I'm going to look for the trade basically. So I hope यहाँ तक समझ में आ गया होगा. So let's move on. So the step two is going to be understanding higher time frame bias. Okay, so step one was basically understanding कि किस दिन high probability setup form होगा, किस दिन basically red folder news है, ताकि उस दिन हम लोग setup के लिए देखिए basically. The step two will be understanding your higher time frame bias. Okay, so need high time frame to frame the trade basically. Understand external and internal range liquidity, monthly, weekly, daily level. Okay, so मैंने एक ऑलरेडी एक वीडियो बना के डाला हुआ है एक्सटर्नल इंटरनल पे, जस्ट गो एंड वॉच दैट वीडियो, सो हम लोग को ये पता होना चाहिए कि हम लोग किस साइड हाई टाइम फ्रेम बायस हम लोग का होने वाला है बेसिकली। ओके, आर वी गोइंग फ्रॉम एक्सटर्नल टू इंटरनल और इंटरनल टू एक्सटर्नल। ओके, एंड वी गोइंग टू यूज मंथली, वीकली, डेली टाइम फ्रेम। अगर हम मेरे को मंथली, वीकली, डेली टाइम फ्रेम में क्लियर नहीं हूँ मैं कि हम लोग किस साइड हाई टाइम फ्रेम मूव होने वाला है, सो आई इग्नोर that pair and I look for another pair basically, or I'll wait until market form monthly, weekly, daily level basically. Don't worry, in upcoming slide I'll show you what I mean to frame high time frame context. Okay, so if no context, no trade basically. Okay, so step 3 will be wait for H1 or H4 PD array form. Okay, what I mean PD array basically premium discount level. Okay, like on discount level we forming fair value gap, order block, breaker block or not. Okay, so we have to wait for H1, H4 level to align and then we can look for the trade basically. Okay, if you are from my Udemy course, आपको और अच्छे से समझ में आ रहा होगा कि मैं क्या बोलना चाह रहा हूँ। Basically we understanding long term perspective, then we aligning intermediate term perspective H1, H4 level, right? So after understanding higher time frame context on monthly, weekly, daily time frame, look for H4, H1 displacement with fair value gap or stop rate basically. Okay, so once we understand कि हम लोग का मंथली, वीकली, डेली लेवल किस साइड है, फिर आप देखो कि क्या 4 आवर या 1 आवर टाइम फ्रेम जो लेट्स से हम लोग का बुलिश बायस है डेली टाइम फ्रेम। ओके, हम लोग का बुलिश बायस है डेली टाइम फ्रेम में, क्या H1 हम लोग का डिस्प्लेस कर रहा है हायर H1, क्या फेयर वैल्यू गैप H1 बुलिश फेयर वैल्यू गैप फॉर्म कर रहा है क्या, क्या H1 टाइम फ्रेम कुछ एक स्टॉप रेट को स्विंग लो रेट करके क्या मार्केट डिस्प्लेस कर रहा है हायर। सो वी हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड आवर intermediate term perspective, that will be our H4 or H1 time frame. Okay, then step 4 is basically entry time frame. So in entry time frame we going to use M5 or M15 for the entry. So here you can see we have this Euro USD chart daily time frame. Okay, and you can see one vertical line here. Okay, that's showing कि यहाँ पे फ्राइडे March 24 बेसिकली एक वीक खत्म हुआ है, एंड हम लोग नेक्स्ट वीक जो मंडे से लेकर फ्राइडे नेक्स्ट वीक होने वाला है, हम लोग वो अभी पूरा ब्रेक डाउन करने वाले हैं बेसिकली। ओके, सो अगेन आई एम शोइंग यू दिस forex factory. Okay, you can see Monday we don't have any news, Tuesday we have news, Thursday we have news, Friday we have news. So only we're going to look for trade on Tuesday, Thursday and Friday. So we're going to ignore Monday, we not going to trade Monday. uh, okay, so we'll pass Monday and then we look for setup on Tuesday basically. Okay, so remember we're going to look for trade only Tuesday, Thursday and Friday because these 3 days we have high impact news. So you can see still we are in same daily time frame. You can see on daily we coming from this daily bearish fair value gap. You can see also we have grabbed this old high basically here and we creating bearish PD array from daily time frame. We rejecting daily bearish fair value gaps हम लोग रिजेक्ट कर रहे हैं। ओके, एंड ये जो कैंडल्स है ये फ्राइडे बेसिकली लास्ट वीक मार्केट क्लोज हुआ था यहाँ पे। सो अपकमिंग वीक वी गोइंग टू लुक फॉर द सेटअप बेसिकली, राइट? So we know कि we coming from this daily sell side imbalance, daily bearish fair value gap, and you can see we have still this clean sell side liquidity equal low liquidity resting. So we know we have this liquidity to target, right? So हम लोग का डेली टाइम फ्रेम क्लियर है, क्यों क्यों क्लियर है, क्योंकि हम लोग डेली बेरिस लेवल से आ रहे हैं, हम लोग एक लिक्विडिटी स्विप कर चुके हैं एंड बेरिस पीडीआर फॉर्म कर रहे हैं, एंड हम लोग का एक इक्वल लो सेल साइड लिक्विडिटी रेस्ट कर रहा है। सो वी कैन लुक फॉर द सेल सेटअप, राइट? On 4 hour time frame you can see more clear क्योंकि 4 hour time frame में बहुत clean equal low you can see this sell side liquidity। ये यही चीज़ है जो मैं daily time frame पे यहाँ दिखा रहा था, and 4 hour time frame you can see look it's look like this। okay, kind of this market maker model basically, right? So as I said you guys कि Monday we March 25th we not going to trade, so we will ignore this candle, daily candle। okay, so now Tuesday का candle form होने वाला है next day, and Tuesday we have this high impact news, so we will look for the setup। okay, can you see anything here? You can see we created this daily bearish fair value gap। okay, ये मंडे ट्रेडिंग डे फॉर्म हुआ, मंडे को हम लोग ट्रेड नहीं करते हैं, राइट? सो यू कैन सी मंडे वी क्रिएटेड दिस बुलिश कैंडल एंड वी फॉर्म दिस बेरिश फेयर वैल्यू गैप। सो अब हम लोग का हायर टाइम फ्रेम जो हम लोग डिस्कस किए थे स्टेप 2 में कि हम लोग का हायर टाइम फ्रेम अंडरस्टैंडिंग होना चाहिए। तो यू कैन सी हम लोग का और भी बेसिकली स्टेप ऐड हो गया हायर टाइम फ्रेम में, क्योंकि हम लोग ऑलरेडी डेली टाइम फ्रेम से ये बेरिस फेवर गैप से आ रहे थे. वी हैव द लिक्विडिटी रेस्टिंग एंड राइट नाउ वी क्रिएटेड अगेन वन मोर डेली बेरिस फेयर वैल्यू गैप सेल साइड इम्बैलेंस बेसिकली, राइट. सो व्हाट वी कैन एंटिसिपेट ट्यूसडे जो नेक्स्ट ट्रेडिंग डे होगा, वी कैन एंटिसिपेट कि मार्केट ये डेली बेरिस फेयर वैल्यू गैप टैप करे, डेली बेरिस फेयर वैल्यू गैप टैप करे, एंड देन वी कैन लुक फॉर टारगेट to this sell side liquidity, right? So what we're looking for, we're looking for market to move from internal range liquidity, okay, internal range liquidity to external range liquidity basically, right? So we're going from internal to external. And if you don't know what is internal, external, make sure go and watch my video where I discuss on internal and external range liquidity. So this is a 1 hour time frame by the way, okay. So we tap basically this daily सेल साइड इम्बैलेंस ऑन ट्यूसडे. बेसिकली ट्यूसडे को हम लोग ये डेली 26 यू कैन सी डेट आल्सो बिलो. सो 26 को हम लोग ये डेली जो हम लोग का फेयर वैल्यू गैप फॉर्म किए थे, डेली सेल साइड इम्बैलेंस फॉर्म किए थे, ट्यूसडे को हम लोग वो लेवल टैप किए. कैन यू स्पॉट एनीथिंग हियर? सो नाउ वी नो कि वी गोइंग फ्रॉम डेली internal to external, right? So on 1 hour time frame, can you spot anything? And you can see I draw this vertical line, basically this showing us our midnight New York opening price. And ये जो trading view मेरा time है, ये basically Eastern time पे, New York time पे, okay. So don't be confused, okay. Can you spot anything? If you see on the left hand side on 1 hour time frame, okay, this is 1 hour time frame. ये candle के कारण यहाँ पे 1H नहीं दिख रहा है. So this is 1 hour time frame by the way. You can see we grab this high, old high, and traded very strongly to the downside, okay. So you can see we have this order block, and this is high priority order block. Why this is high priority order block? Because we grab the high, previous high, and displays very strongly downside with fair value gap. So we know this last consecutive down last consecutive up close candle is basically high priority order block, or you can say stop block by the way, okay. And you can see we creating this 1 hour time frame पे हम लोग ये market maker model form कर रहे हैं, okay. Those who are in my Udemy course, you know कि if you moving from internal to external, we most of the time create market maker model, okay. So you can see now we can look for sell setup because we tap this daily sell side imbalance, that is our internal range liquidity. You can see on H1 time frame we creating this buy side curve, that is market maker model. So we can look for the market maker sell model, right? You can see nice consolidation, nice consolidation, nice consolidation. So bunch of liquidity resting below this low and this low, right? You can see equal low, equal low, equal low, and we tap this H1 bearish fair value gap, right? On 15-minute time frame, you can see more clear picture, okay. Market maker model basically, okay. Consolidation, 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 right? So we know this is the buy side of the curve, so we're looking for the market maker sell model to the sell side of the curve, and this red line was basically that daily equal low sell side liquidity, right? Can you spot anything more here? You can see we have this accumulation, okay, accumulation, manipulation, and now we're looking for market to distribute, okay. So this is our basically, so this is basically our power of three: accumulation, manipulation, and distribution, right? So this is my basically bread and butter time period where I look for the setup in New York 8 a.m. to 12 a.m. 8 a.m. to 12 a.m. New York time EST, okay. So I'll wait for market to come to my this window, okay. ये window of time में अगर market आएगा, then I'll look for the setup. So now we are inside New York session, okay, 8 a.m. to 12 a.m. So you can see 8 a.m. we entered on New York session. Can you see anything here? You can see we created this inverted fair value gap, जो ये bullish fair value gap form किया था market hold नहीं किया, break this fair value gap, and now this जो ये bullish fair value gap support का काम करने वाला था यहाँ, अब वो resistance का काम करेगा basically, okay. So we have this inverted fair value gap here, and if you are in my Udemy course, you will know this is basically backside move, okay. I discuss on entry model, right? So we know we are at that 1 hour fair value gap. We tap this daily CB. So now we can look for trade on 5 minute or 15 minute, and we have the liquidity resting below, right? Market maker model. So we can look for 5 minute, 15 minute entry, and we can look for the sell setup, and we are also inside the New York session. So you can see we have this break of structure, also market structure shift here, right? So on 5 minute, you can see more clear picture. Okay, this gray box was basically 15 minute inverted fair value gap. On 5 minute, you can see we have nice market structure shift, right? Can you spot any entry here? So if you mark this, you are right. 5 minute various fair value gap we created, right? So you can look for the sell setup here. You can put your stop loss above the high, and you can target 2 hour, 3 hour, depend on your risk management basically. Okay. So here I'll place my limit order. I'll put my stop just above this candle body high. Okay, why I'm placing my stop above this high? Why not above this high? Because most of the time market can do this, like market traded up, grab this high, okay, grab this high and then trade lower. Okay, so I don't have any problem if I'm putting my stop above this high, because I know we have still this bearish fair value gap untapped, bearish fair value gap little bit untapped, so market can trade one more time higher to take out this high. Okay, fill this fair value gap and then trade lower. Okay, so that's why I like to place my stop above the high. Okay, and I'm targeting at least 2 hour basically, and this low is basically our Asia low. Okay, so this is my draw on liquidity. DOL stand for draw on liquidity. You can see market tap my entry, and later it traded to my take profit basically. Okay, so that's how you can understand which day you have to trade and how to frame the trade basically. I hope यहाँ तक समझ में आ रहा होगा. We'll see upcoming days also how it plays. So you can see somewhere here we entered, right? Somewhere here we entered, we secured profit somewhere here. Okay. So now we know Wednesday we don't have any high impact news, so we can ignore Wednesday trading day, and then we can look for trade on Thursday, because we can anticipate that Wednesday will be less probability day, or maybe it can be consolidation. Okay. Wednesday can be consolidation. Now here's the catch for you guys. Okay, अब ऐसा नहीं है कि वेनेसडे को मान लो, फॉर एग्जांपल यू कैन सी हियर वेनेसडे को कोई हाई इम्पैक्ट न्यूज़ नहीं है, तो ऐसा नहीं है कि जिस दिन भी हाई इम्पैक्ट न्यूज़ नहीं है, कोई रेड फोल्डर न्यूज़ नहीं है, तो हमेशा मार्केट कंसोलिडेट करेगा. सम डे यू कैन सी कि मार्केट मूव वेरी नाइसली जिस दिन कोई हाई इम्पैक्ट न्यूज़ नहीं है, बट मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम यू विल सी कि इट कंसोलिडेट. ओके, और इट ऑफर वेरी लेस प्रोबेबिलिटी सेटअप बेसिकली. ओके, so that's why I want to wait for the red folder news, and that's why I want to trade the day is in high impact news here basically. Okay, so you can see we have this H1 sell side imbalance to bearish fair value gap, and right now we rejecting from this H1 bearish fair value gap, right? So I'm not taking any trade on Wednesday, but always I look for the market, but I always look कि market क्या कर रहा है basically. Okay, so on Wednesday you can see we grab this high basically and traded lower, displaced lower with fair value gap. This is basically high probability order block also, because this before this market grabbed the high and displaced lower with fair value gap. So we know this is the very important area, and we have this market maker model liquidity resting below, right? So if you are someone who want to place trade, you can. But for me, Wednesday was low probability setup, so I ignored that day. But if वेनेसडे को अगर कोई न्यूज़ रहता तो डेफिनेटली आई प्लेस्ड माय limit here, and my stop will be above this, and I'll target this low basically. Okay, so I want to show 15-minute time frame how it was looking on 15-minute time frame on Wednesday basically. So you can see 12 basically 8 a.m. somewhere here started. Okay, our New York time, but Wednesday I ignored that day. But if I was trading, I entered at this fair value gap. Okay, my stop will be above this high, and I'll target the low basically. Okay, but I ignored, and you can see why I ignored, or why you should not look for setup the day it is in high impact news. Now you can see how market consolidated, not move too much. Okay, and here's the key: we created this SMT with GBP USD, because Euro USD failed to take out this high, okay, whereas on GP USD, if I'll show you, GP USD grab this high, okay, you can see here, whereas Euro USD failed to grab this old high basically. So we have this SMT with you. So now Thursday we're going to look for the setup, because on Thursday we have high impact news, right? So, and one more thing I want to show. So on Thursday you can see this midnight New York time, you can see we are still inside this H1 bearish fair value gap, or inside this bearish fair value gap or order block basically, okay. So we are inside into H1 PD array, right? So our daily time frame was still bearish, we forming H1 of bearish PD array, and we also grab this old high here and then this place lower with SMT with GU. So here's one more important thing I want to discuss. Here you can see we have this SMT with GU. So that means कि chances है कि Euro USD ज़्यादा nicely sell off करे as compared to GP USD because of the SMT, right? So this is our London kill zone timing, right? From 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. Eastern time. Okay, so we're going to look for the trade between 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. if you're going to trade London session basically. Okay, and as I said on वन टू स्लाइड बिफोर कि हम लोग वो H1 फेयर वैल्यू गैप में थे, राइट? सो लेट्स सी, लेट्स वेट फॉर द लंदन किल जोन. So you can see we are now at London kill zone, and you can see we have this red. Okay, we grab this high and then this place lower, right? Let me show you on 5 minute time frame. So you can see we are inside London kill zone from 2 a.m. Okay, 2 a.m. Eastern time, 5 a.m. Eastern time basically. Okay, so this is our London kill zone, right? You can see we tapped very slightly on this breaker or this bearish fair value gap. You can place your limit here, okay, and you can put your stop loss above this high, because this high is safer, because we grab this old high and then this place lower with break of structure also, and we have this bearish fair value gap for the entry. So this is basically what high resistance liquidity, right? You can see we traded lower, created another base for value gap, and you can see the market traded very strongly downside during London session, and you can see market ultimately completed this market maker sell model and also grabbed this low basically that day, okay. सो थर्सडे को हम लोग क्यों सेटअप देखें, क्योंकि उस दिन हाई इम्पैक्ट न्यूज़ था बेसिकली, ओके, एंड द सेटअप फॉर्म इनसाइड द लंदन किल जोन बेसिकली, ओके. आई होप समझ में आ गया होगा आप लोग को, एंड यू कैन सी ऑन 5 minute time frame also, if you see here kind of market maker sell model, right? The consolidation, expansion, consolidation, expansion, then again consolidation, and then 5 minute entry basically inside London kill zone, okay. So now we grab this sell side liquidity equal low that we was looking during weekly analysis, right? हम जब डेली टाइम फ्रेम देखें तो we was looking for the bearish move because of this sell side liquidity, and on Thursday we grab this low basically, okay. So again I am showing you this calendar basically, okay, news calendar. Monday we didn't take any trade because we don't have any red folder news. Tuesday we look for the setup, our bias was clear, we have entry model, and we was inside kill zone, and we have the high impact news that day. So that day we look for the setup. Wednesday again no trade for us because no red folder, right? Thursday we entered on a setup because again our daily time frame का जो sell side liquidity था वो clear था, वो untapped था, and we have H1 and M5 entry inside kill zone, okay. And remember, always look for the setup inside the kill zone basically, okay. So that's why we entered on the trade during Thursday. Now what about Friday? क्या Friday को हम लोग trade करेंगे? क्योंकि हम लोग Thursday को तो already market या sell side liquidity तो grab कर चुका है. Yes, we can look for the setup on Friday because we have this high impact news. And what you can anticipate, basically you can anticipate TGIF, right? Reversal day basically. Thank God it's Friday, okay? Because from Monday to Wednesday, Monday to Thursday, market was traded lower, and Friday you can look for the reversal basically, right? And why you should look for the reversal? क्यों reversal setup देखना चाहिए? क्योंकि हम लोग जो sell side liquidity है वो already grab कर चुके हैं, right? So external has been taken. So from external range liquidity, you can look for market to go to internal range liquidity, right? External to internal, right? So on Friday, you can see basically today is Friday. Okay, you can see we grab this low basically, and we also grab this Thursday low. Okay, basically previous day low. Okay, this is Friday candle, basically 4 hour time frame का candle है. So we grab this previous day low. Let me show you. And we're looking for basically TGIF play basically on Friday. Okay, so this is, remember, this was the Monday, right? This was the Tuesday, this was the Wednesday, and this was the Thursday. You can see on Thursday we grabbed this sell side liquidity that we were discussing from the beginning, and Thursday, and this is the Friday candle right now forming basically. Okay, you can see we grabbed this previous day low. Okay, Thursday low हम grab कर चुके हैं, so we can look for the reversal because TGIF play. So you can see Thursday previous day low because Thursday का low जो था ये था, right? Thursday का low ये था, right? And Friday right now here market open. We grab this previous day low. So we're going to look for the trade inside New York kill zone between 8 a.m. to 12 a.m. EST basically. Okay. So you can see we grab this previous day low. We know we're looking for the reversal. We're looking for the bullish setup. Can you spot anything more here? ये H1 bullish fair value gap को छोड़ के can you spot anything more? You can see we have this inverted fair value gap also, right? So this was the bearish fair value gap that failed to hold this bearish fair value gap here and traded higher. And जो ये resistance का काम करने वाला था, ये जो bearish fair value gap यहाँ पे resistance का काम करने वाला था, अब वो support का काम करेगा. And also we form this H1 bullish fair value gap, so we can look for the setup at this H1 bullish fair value gap or at this order block, because this is high probability order block, because this order block grab the high and then trade it higher, displays higher with the fair value gap, right? And also one more thing I want to uh, show you guys, we have this low resistance liquidity kind of trend line liquidity here, you can see, right? On 15-minute time frame it looks more nice and cleaner. You can see we have this market structure shift because this was the last lower high that hit lower low and traded higher, broke last lower high, kind of failed structure break or market structure shift, whatever you want to say. If you're in my Udemy course, you know what I'm talking, failed structure break, or you can directly say market structure shift basically. Okay, on 15-minute time frame, it is market structure shift also. We have this H1 bullish fair value gap, and we're looking for trade inside New York session, right? 8 a.m. to 12 a.m. So now I'm looking for market to trade to my this H1 bullish fair value gap or this M15 bullish fair value gap, and then look for expansion move higher. Can you see this accumulation, right? Accumulated, manipulated, and now we're looking for market to distribute to the upside, right? So here you can see how beautifully it come to this H1 bullish fair value gap or this M15 bullish fair value gap, and market rate higher. If I entered long position here, I'll put my stop below this low and I'll target 2 or 3 hour depend on my risk management basically. Okay, you can see I entered somewhere here basically, and you can see from, if I put my stop loss below this low from entry to target, you can see I have easily 1 to 2 risk reward. And right now market is here around it's 3 a.m. EST. So if I have entered here, I have taken profit here and it hit my take profit. I hope you guys now understood कि कौन से दिन you have to look for the setup, how to frame your setup, and how to look for entry inside the kill zone. Okay, अगर ये वीडियो अच्छा लगा हो तो definitely hit the like button. Let me know in the comment if you have any doubt, and thank you for watching this video. See you guys on the next video.